Hello everyone.
Right, we're on day 40?
30. Well, day 30 of lockdown.
Day 30 of lockdown, day 40 of being here, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
So, today we're waiting to see how many people are on the Cathay Pacific.
Oh, well done.
Thanks for that. Special flight.
Cathay Pacific.
Organised, it's not organised by the British Embassy at all, is it? It's organised by Cathay Pacific, but in partnership with the British Embassy. So we're going to see how many people are on that later from our group. Got a couple of people sort of having a look round, see how many people there are on it, see what type of people there are on it. I know that a few people have managed to get Canadian sweeper flights from the islands. The Canadians very kindly, when the plane was sort of had enough Canadians on it that wanted to go, any extra seats were opened up for other people if they were able to get to the airport in time. So hopefully that'll help a few people get home. As you can see behind us, it's a bit sort of thundery out there.
Very grey today. It was very sunny first thing. It's still really warm. According to the apps, it's about 34 degrees, which is scorchio.
I suspect we'll get a bit of rain in a little while if that comes this way.
Yes.
So when we were up in Pugudpud earlier on, sorry, motorbike going by. We had
lockdown. Go home. Wash your hands.
We had planned on doing one of the long zip lines that they have up there. They have a zip line that goes sort of from one side of the bay over to the other side of the bay, and you go over the sea, and it looked absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, we do like a zip line.
And that was one of our plans, which was curtailed due to the lockdown because we had to leave in a hurry. So we're going to show you instead one of the videos from when we did the zip line from one island to another in the 100 Islands a couple of years ago.
Yes.
I think it was 2017.
Yeah, allegedly, I've been told it's the second longest zip line going across water in the world.
Oh, okay.
Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but it was long, I must say. It did, yeah. And it was my first ever zip line, which makes it even more scary. But it was fantastic, and it's given us a taste and flavour for a sort of adventure type things. And how many zip lines have we done now?
Countless.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a place we went to in Mexico where there was just, I don't know, 20 or something, and it just get carried away after a while. I said, oh, not more zip lines, please.
And then, of course, in Costa Rica, we did the Superman one, which was I think the longest Superman one you can do.
Yeah.
And but this particular one in the 100 Islands, we'd gone on a boat trip. They seem to be sort of government regulated, these boat trips, so the price is fixed and you get so many drop-offs and so many stop-offs.
Yeah.
But we'd been to this island and we'd taken some photos and we'd had a look around, and we'd climbed these rickety stairs all the way to the top of this island, and when we got up to the top there was the zip line, and our guide said, oh, did you want to do the zip line? And we went, yeah, let's do the zip line. And he said, okay, we've got to walk all the way down to the bottom to register and get the equipment. So that was a long old
So they
hike.
kitted us up with the harnesses and the helmets and all the
I think it was about 15 to 20 kilos
20 kilo
worth of
stuff. And then we had to walk all the way back up again. And again, it was 30 something degrees, and we stopped once or twice on the way.
I'm not the fittest person in the world.
I'm built for comfort, not for speed.
But we got up to the top, and here's the video.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Number 3, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god! long way. Thank you. Up and up, yep. Oh, you do better than me.
So worth the climb. I want to walk all the way up there again. Did you manage to get it? I got you all the way down.
Oh, it seems to have got, I'm not sure. I think sometimes I was holding it upside down. And now it seems to have gone off. Oh no, it's still going. I don't know what's going on.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was it was pretty amazing.
That was quite an
Yeah.
experience, I must say. I really did enjoy that.
I can remember screaming as I was going down, "This is amazing!"
Had you done it before?
It really was. I'd done a zip line before, but
Okay.
not anything like that. Not that high and
No.
not over water. It
was
really
my
was
first.
amazing. Yeah, it really was amazing. Just wish we'd had the proper GoPro.
Yeah.
Then,
I don't think the footage was that bad, just on a cheap and cheerful strap-on camera.
Yeah.
But we do like
Well, I
to
think
do...
you were holding it upside down.
I was for a little
or
bit, I
dropped
think,
it or
yeah,
something
yeah.
at one point. Yeah.
We do like to do sort of weird and wonderful stuff and adventures and seeing things out of the ordinary that you wouldn't normally see. I mean, if we're going to just come here and sit around a pool...
Might as well be in Tenerife or somewhere if you're going to do that.
So we do these things.
One of my favourite things to do that I think the very first time I came here, years and years and years ago, my dad took us to the beach, and the nearest beach here is about an hour and a half in the car. It's only been an hour and a half in the car for the last few years since they've built the expressway.
Yeah.
Before that, it was a good 2.5 hours drive up through the mountains, through little villages. It was a really nice drive, actually. I quite miss it.
Yeah,
I
and
quite
we're
miss the
quite
drive.
going on these bizarre drives through little off-beaten track places as well. It's fantastic. It really is interesting. Anyway, sorry, go on.
That's right. But we went to Subic, which is sort of the nearest beach bit. And in Subic, there's a very large colony of fruit bats and flying foxes, which in the evening they all take off and fly off to... Sorry, there was a fly on me arm. They all take off and they fly off to the fruit growing areas to feed. And if you're there at the right time, and if you can find them, because they do every so often change their nesting sites where it gets too loud or too busy. They used to have... Oh, that was thunder.
Thunder.
They used to have a nesting site, and they built this little sort of bat kingdom attraction around it, and opened up cafes and a karaoke bar and everything. And of course the bats went, "Oh, this isn't very comfy to sleep here," and then they all buggered off somewhere else. So every year we go and we find where they've moved to and we watch them take off.
Yeah.
And unfortunately not going to be able to do that this year, and that's really sad for me, because that's kind of a tradition.
Quite stunning, and it is quite... I mean, the first time I watched it, I was in awe. I really was.
Yeah.
And I don't use that word often, but it really was awesome.
And they are, I mean, they're huge, these things, and it is like just watching bat signals going across
It's like the
the
flying
sky.
monkeys out of The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So we have a video of that
Yes,
for you
short
to
clip
watch
of that
as
to
well.
see. Yeah.
All the bats are starting to wake up now because it's sun's starting to go down. I think it'll still be a while before they're all taking off, but they're all sort of having a wake up, a little bit of a fly around and a stretch of their wings. You can't sort of see how big they are, I don't think, on the video, but they are pretty huge. Got little bat signals in the sky. And they're actually much noisier than I thought they'd be. In fact, quite noisy, as you can hear. So I'll turn the video off and video some more when more have woken up. They almost all in unison stretched their wings a minute ago, and then a lot of them sort of took flight. But they're the ones over the back rather than the main bunch in this tree. Yeah. Oh, there's quite a few sort of above the road there. Oh, one directly above. Not as many as there will be, although I'm not sure in which direction they fly, because they have moved since I used to come and see them. Then this is a different nest site, and they used to all fly sort of away from where I am, and we would be driving and parking around the other side, and then we'd watch them all fly across. So I'm not exactly sure where they're going to go now, but there's quite a few in the air. Yeah. Still only just having a stretch, I think. They're not actually going anywhere, just round them back and roosting again. But lots. Still a load. I haven't even sort of stretched and woken up yet there. I can't believe we're the only people here looking at them. Other people are just driving by in their cars, taking no notice. Yeah, kind of taken off in earnest now, although there are still loads. Asleep in that tree. Come on, wake up. Yeah, just hundreds of these fruit bats. But I've been told, don't know how true it is, that it's one of the largest colonies, and they fly off to the fruit growing areas, which, as far as I'm aware, are a very long way away, like 200 miles or maybe 200 kilometres. I will look it up when I get back to the hotel and some Wi-Fi, but they are just everywhere, all above us. The sun went down about 5-10 minutes ago. And people are just driving by, riding by on push bikes, taking no notice. Big truck just went by. And when all the traffic's gone, you can hear them. They're so noisy. Ah, there's a load just taken off there from that tree. Them taking off seems to coincide with the lorries coming by the looks of it. But yeah, there's just hundreds of them above my head. Let's hope they don't coo on me. Although, maybe it'll be lucky. There's still quite a few in that tree, all sort of waking up and taking off. I wouldn't like to hazard a guess how many there are. But they are bats, not starlings or birds of any kind. Huge, great big things. I'm going to take some photos now.
Well, that's something you don't see every day, is it, really?
Yeah,
Yep.
it is absolutely
Pretty cool.
amazing. Absolutely amazing. Hopefully be able to see them again next time, which is going to be, we don't know when,
Whenever that
after
is.
the coronavirus and everything
On the
else.
other side.
On the
and
other
if the
side.
flights are still available and
Affordable. Yeah, that's going to be the problem.
There's
'Cause
talk
who
of
knows what's going to
flights
happen.
doubling at least in price, but you know, it's a way off yet. We've got to get home first.
Sorry, Flo, you slipped down a bit there.
Oh.
So we're going to try and find some other videos for you, because
Yeah.
our videos can be quite boring with just the two of us chatting. And
And I think tomorrow we're going to do a bit more about the food and drinks like
Yeah.
out here, what we've been eating, and
yeah,
what we've eaten
some
in the
tasting
past.
things. Yeah,
Some interesting dishes.
yeah, mostly Stewie eating the interesting dishes, because
She eats egg and chips. Yeah.
I don't eat egg and chips, thank you, but I don't eat things like.
Careful, no, don't give it away. You
Okay.
come back tomorrow and have a look, see what we eat. Right,
Right, take care.
cheerio
everybody.
everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Be
love
safe.
you all.
Keep clean. Wash your hands.